Right. Well, hi everyone. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Happy beginning of November. Happy Abundance Month. Um, I'm really excited for this month, and I'm excited to be starting it this week with Jenny and with the new moon. And we were just talking before we popped on about how the new moon is very aligned when it comes to manifestation, and that's going to be a big topic of today. So, Jenny, I know through a mutual friend who has said nothing but amazing things about her, and I'm really excited to bring her in for us today and to learn from all her magic coming off of last month's magic month and now into this month's month of abundance. So, Jenny, will let you take it away.
Amazing. Well, thank you for having me. So excited to be here chatting on, two of my favorite topics, which is manifestation and abundance. And for those of you who don't know me, I am based in Austin, Texas. I'm a manifestation advisor. I'm an intuitive guide and a meditation and breathwork teacher. And I really help women get clear on what they want to create in their life, whether that's career, relationship, home, really anything, and help them take the actions, help them create the mindset, the abundance mindset to align with it, to attract it into their lives. And so today I'm going to be sharing a little bit about just manifestation overall, but more specifically, how to manifest more abundance, what that even means, and what are the 3 keys to doing that. We're going to talk through a little bit of energetics, mindset, and some of the practices that you can do on your own to start doing this. So super excited. I'd love to make this a conversation. We've got an intimate group, but I definitely, if something resonates with you, if you have thoughts, throw them in the chat. And then I'm so down to do all the questions that we have time for at the end. Okay, so what we're going to do today to really start to tune into your abundance, we're going to do a little bit of breath, a little bit of meditation to really start to paint that picture of what abundance even means to you in your life so that we can start to call it in. From there, I'll walk through a little bit about manifestation and get into kind of the real actionable steps, takeaways, so you can start tapping into this. With that, hopefully you're comfortable already, and go ahead and just, make any adjustments that you need. I'm going to guide you through everything, so don't worry about that. And you can go ahead and close down the eyes as we move into this. Beautiful. Okay, so just relaxing the body, releasing any tension, getting fully present here. We're just going to start with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhaling through the nose, fully filling up the belly, the rib cage, chest, holding it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, release, let it go. Let anything from today or later today, just let it go for this moment. 2 more just like that. Inhaling, full body breath here. Maybe sipping in just a little bit more air at the top. Beautiful. Open mouth, exhale. You can sigh it out. Release it. 1 more just like that. Beautiful. We're going to move into equal ratio breath. So sealing the lips. You're going to inhale through the nose for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding this breath at the top for 5. And exhaling through the nose for 5. And as you breathe, just really filling up through the belly and through the chest, full body breath. Holding at the bottom for 5. Continuing this pattern on your own, I want you to feel into the abundance of breath moving through your body. How much breath is available to you, already tapping into how abundant you are. With each round, just allowing yourself to sink even deeper into relaxation and into this breath. Beautiful. Even just a few rounds of slowing down your breath, you open yourself up to receiving more. You create a safe space in your body to create more and to receive more abundance. Beautiful. One more round here. And returning to your normal breath. In and out through the nose. Keeping the eyes closed. In the mind's eye, I want you to bring forward and invite in your most abundant self. Not judging what comes up here. Noticing what this version of you looks like. Noticing how they dress. Noticing how they feel in their body. How does this version of you, this most abundant version of you, show up in the world? What kind of people do they surround themselves with? Take a moment to fully fill in that picture for yourself. Now, walking this version of you through their most abundant day. Starting from when they wake up, their daily practices, how are they spending their day? Just noticing again without judgment what wants to reveal itself in this moment, what abundance wants to be explored. Now taking a full breath, filling up the lower belly, the lungs, the upper chest, fully filling yourself up with this abundance. Imagine it filling your heart space. And as you exhale, imagine it filling the rest of your body, the limbs, all the way down to the feet, all the way up through the crown. And imagine this abundance overflowing into your room, your space, your home. There is no limit to the abundance that you can create and that you can share. Feeling into, again, what it feels like to be this version of you. How full, how complete, fulfilled, what emotions come up. You were born this full of life, this abundant. You can tap into it anytime you want to. You have the power to create that feeling, create that vision within you. And you have the power to tap into it whenever you desire. Taking one more big breath in. Maybe giving yourself a little gratitude for this moment, for showing up here. And release, letting it go. Coming back to the space. Taking note of any clarity, anything that came to you. Starting to move the body, come back here into the body. And when you're ready, you can blink open the eyes. You can journal or write down anything that you wish that came up for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the energy of abundance. And abundance can mean so many different things for everyone, right? And so I wanted to drop you in right away into a meditation to start to help you find clarity on what abundance means to you. What does it look like for you? For me, it's freedom to travel, to work where I want to. It's financial freedom. It's mental health, mental wellness, fulfillment, joy. It's being full, right? Full of happiness, joy, confidence, self-worth. And it also means to me that there's no limit. Everyone can have abundance. I'm not taking away from anyone. We are all here to tap into it. And the more that we all tap into it together, the more that we can share it and spread it and create more of it. I'd love for you to drop into the chat maybe something that came up for you in that vision, that meditation. What does abundance mean to you? Anything that comes to mind, nothing is wrong. Okay, so we're going to chat on how do we create more of what we want? How do we create and manifest this abundance? And manifestation, there's also a lot of definitions for that. Fully present and fulfilled in the now. Beautiful. I love that. Love that so much. So manifestation is a mindset practice. It's a mental health practice. It's a spiritual tool for me to navigate my life with more ease, more flow, and to really allow myself to let go of needing to control and allowing myself to align to the things that feel right to me, that my soul truly desires. And we do this through our thoughts, through our beliefs, through our aligned actions. This is how we become a match for what we want. And this is how we manifest. I'm loving these shares. I had an abundance of food in my kitchen and many people in my life that were amazing. I could feel their energy even though I was alone. Beautiful. I love that. Abundance means feeling happy, powerful, spending powerfully. Ooh, love that. And being present. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to tap into that even further throughout this workshop tonight. So now kind of having your own definition of abundance for yourself, I want to talk about the 3 keys to really creating more of those things in your life. So the first one, which we've kind of explored a little bit already, is really finding clarity. What is your definition of abundance? Really getting into the nitty-gritty of what you want more of in your life. And the thing is, the big part about manifestation is that without clarity, right? If we're kind of unsure of what we want, and that's okay. We kind of are a little bit wish-washy or back and forth, unclear, asks, intentions, bring in unclear, unfulfilling results, things that kind of miss the mark, right? And so when we get clear on what we want, when we get clear on what abundance means to us, we get that matched back to us. We get clear manifestations, we get clear results. And so with manifestation and more of the energetic side of manifesting, you've probably heard of the law of attraction and all of that. So with manifesting, it really is what you put out, what energy you put out, the beliefs, the energy, the actions you take is what you are going to receive back. And so again, unclear ones, we're going to manifest stuff that just doesn't feel right, just doesn't feel clear to us. So finding clarity is really the first step. Creating clarity, getting clear on what you want is really the first step to manifesting more. And the main thing we want to do here is find the clarity and then create the intention. So whether that's creating a list, creating a vision, really putting it out there as this is what I deserve. This is the abundance that I would like to receive. I will receive and I expect nothing less than what I deserve, right? What I desire here and what I've pictured up for myself. So how do we find clarity? Well, we did a little meditation tonight to really tap into it, but it's also reflecting, looking at your career, looking at your relationships, your home, whatever it is. And sometimes we don't feel really clear about what we want, but all of us are pretty clear about what we don't want, right? I'm kind of tired of this. This doesn't feel good to me anymore. This is draining my energy. I feel anxious around this person, whatever it is. And really using that to inform what you do want. So a good example for me, as I started to build my business, my career, I knew I wanted something else. I wanted more abundance in my career, community connection, fulfillment, but I had no idea what that looked like. What I did know, though, was that I was done working in corporate. I was done working for men. I was done with hustle culture. I was done. I know all the things I'm done with, right? And so from that, I created my list. I was like, I want to work for small businesses. I want to work with women, with people who really lift me up. I want to have a work-life balance. I want to work for myself. So it's finding that clarity within your situation, really doing an audit, right? And from there, creating a list or a vision. So really writing out on paper what you want to call in, what you want to manifest in terms of abundance. Because really, if I actually just did a reel on this, it was like, if you just say I'm manifesting abundance, you could pretty much expect anything, right? Abundance of what? So really getting clear on what abundance means to you and creating that list for yourself. So this is one of the things that you can do on your own. And maybe it's writing down like more community, more dinner parties, like Kelly shared, in her vision, more connection. What does that look like in your life? Write it down. There's no wrong, right ask. There's no too big of an ask. We really hold back on setting the intention, on putting it out there. And this is the most important part of manifesting, is really asking for it. Like the universe, source, God, energetics, whatever you want to believe in or what you believe in, is not a mind reader. And so the clearer you are, the clearer you're going to receive back. So really finding clarity, putting it out there with a list, a vision board, whatever feels good to you, is going to set that in motion for you. And it's going to give you the clarity also of, okay, this is what I deserve moving forward. This is what I really want. And you're going to have that to guide your actions, to guide how you show up, right? This is for you just as much as it is like putting it out there. Okay. So clarity is number one. 2 is your mindset. Having and creating, shifting into an abundant mindset. So your thoughts, your self-talk, even the beliefs that you have, your thoughts and your beliefs, and really even our actions, everything that we do has a vibration to it. So you can think of it almost as like a signal you send out every time you put your energy into something, every time you think about something, you're putting out this signal to the universe and it gets matched back. So with that, abundant thoughts, right? If we are feeling really good, fulfilled, feeling into being enough, having enough. And we'll kind of give some examples in a second, but abundant thoughts create abundant feelings, create abundant beliefs, and create abundant actions from there. So it really does start with your mindset. It starts with the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you talk about certain things, whether it's money, job, time. And a lot of times we don't even realize that we are saying the things that we are, or we're joking about it, right? I used to say things like, oh, there's no men in LA. There's no good men here. I used to live in LA. I think I said that. And I was like, there's no good men in LA. And I was attracting that for myself. I was literally putting out lack. And even though it was a joke with my friends, right? It was still the energy that I was putting out. It was a belief that I had, and that was what I was receiving back pretty much in the years that I lived there. So something you can do over this next week is to really start to tune into the way that you talk about some of the things that you want, right? Like money or time. I'm so busy. I never have enough time. I can't afford it. I have nothing to wear. The industry is too saturated. There's already so many coaches. All of those little things are ways to kind of look and see if your mindset is rooted in lack, right? Scarcity, there's not enough, I'm not enough, or rooted in abundance. And we want to start to shift into abundance. And how do we do that? For a while, it might be fake it till you make it, right? Creating some affirmations around the things that you really are calling in for yourself. And starting to, the more that we continue to use those affirmations, change our self-talk, it really does turn into those abundant feelings within us. It turns into how we show up. We act from that place of abundance. So really looking at kind of the way that you are really talking about the things that you want. Look and see how you can start to shift it to an abundant place. And I saw the power in this. Honestly, the reason why I really got into all of this work, I was into manifestation mostly because of my mental health. And oh, wow, I'm reading your comments. I always catch myself saying, whoa, that's pricey. Yes. Okay. A really great shift is that's expensive. Shift it into that's expansive. Like, wow. Can't wait to afford that. Right. I recorded me saying affirmations around money never running out. I listen to it every morning. Beautiful. Yes. Anything you can do right when you wake up, right before you go to bed, when the subconscious, you're still in that theta state, is when you can start to reprogram, rewrite those beliefs for yourself and really get to shifting that mindset. I love that. So how I really got into this, as I was saying, manifestation was something that I discovered when I was really at a low with my mental health. You know, I was in a toxic job, bad relationships, you name it, self-worth at an all-time low, burnout. And so I found manifestation, started doing this work, manifested everything from quitting my job to starting my full-time business, to moving to Austin, to manifesting relationships, friendships, all the things. And it was so beautiful. And then the pandemic happened and I lost all of my clients. I felt, I mean, all of us had this feeling of like, I don't have security, right? Health, safety, all of these things. I immediately shifted into lack. And my only option during this time when money wasn't coming in was to shift into abundance, like really look at everything that I did have in that moment. Even though I didn't have clients, I didn't have money coming in, I could have focused all my energy on that. But instead, I looked at, wow, look at all the space and time I have to create, to get clear on what I want to do, to create that online course I always wanted to, right? And the more that I focused my energy on what I did have during those months, things just started to roll in. Opportunities, everything started to align for me to move into what I'm doing now, which is pretty wild. And all it is shifting your attention, shifting your focus. Whatever you are focusing on, whatever you are putting your energy in is what is going to grow, what is going to amplify. Okay. So I love for you guys to, we can do just like a minute of this in your journal. Take a minute to write down all the ways you are abundant in this moment. And it could be as little as I'm abundant in breath, I'm abundant in life. Like if you can't think of things, just keep throwing things down. I want you to write as many things as you can onto that page. I'll give you like a minute or two to do this, but fill the page as much as you can. And the point is to really show you all the ways that you are already enough, have enough in this moment. You are so supported and you are so abundant. All of us are. If we're on a Zoom call, we are abundant AF, right? So really coming back to this place. And this is one of my favorite exercises to do when I feel like things are out of control or, you know, things aren't going the way that I planned. And I kind of feel myself shift in that place of like, I don't have enough time. Things are crazy, all the things, right? The spiral starts to come. I do this exercise and it immediately brings me back to this grounded knowing that I am okay, I am safe, and I am abundant in this moment. Don't overthink it. Just write anything that comes to mind. It's perfect. you 20 more seconds. Okay. Pen down and just looking at all of those things and feeling gratitude for all the ways that you're abundant in this moment. And even though it might feel like a little silly or might not feel enough, this is how we start to shift into that mindset, is focusing on what we do have. When you focus on the good that is coming your way, the money that is coming your way, whether it's $5 that you just received, right? Giving gratitude for that, getting excited about that, focusing your energy on what you do have, you're going to attract more. So if you're calling in more connection or more love, looking at your life right now and noticing where it's already showing up for you. Focus on that. Give gratitude for it. Look for it in your day. And I promise you you will start to notice it pop up even more. And we see this on the other hand too, right? And I've noticed this for myself when we get into the mindset of lack. It's like we focus on everything that's going wrong. We focus on how much you don't have. I don't have any money in my account, whatever it is. I remember in my 20s, it would just always be like the focus on not having enough. And I was constantly in this spiral of attracting that for myself. And even like the when it rains, it pours mindset, that's the same thing. When you focus on what's wrong, more comes in. So really, whatever you are calling in more of, start to look in your day-to-day and just notice the little ways that you're already receiving it, you're already attracting and manifesting it. Because all of us, whether you know it or not, we are all manifesting all the time. We are. It's just if we are conscious, if we are intentional about it. So the second that you get intentional by doing some of this work, by getting clear, by starting to shift your attention to the things that you want, starting to notice what's coming through, that is when the magic happens. That is when you really start to manifest more of the things that you want, more abundance. And it's so fun. It's so magical. I guarantee if you guys apply some of these little tips this week, you're going to be like, whoa, magical stuff is going to come through. Okay, so from there, the last key is taking action. Not just any action. We want to take aligned action. And so, a lot of times manifestation gets a bad rap because it's like, oh, you just think positive and things pop out of thin air. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Definitely your mindset is important. But what's even more important is the action, right? The aligned action, actually putting your energy into what you want. And so in the meditation, in your vision, I wanted to walk you through what a day in your life would look like. What are some of the daily practices that abundant version of you has? What are some of the things that you do as that version of you? The way we start to manifest that is to actually start to show up as that version now. So what can you pick out of that vision and start to build into your day now? This is how we start to step into it and attract and align. It's acting as if you've already manifested those things. How would you show up differently? Guaranteed you might show up a little bit more. You might be more confident. Maybe you take a risk or a little leap of faith. Maybe you'd finally, buy your LLC, or you'd reach out to that person, or you'd quit your job, or whatever it is, right? Acting as if and taking those aligned actions is one of the most powerful practices you can do to start manifesting faster and aligning faster. And all you have to do truly is, once you have clarity on what you want, for example, you want to make 10K months in your business or something, write out what aligns with 10K months. What version of me aligns with 10K months? Who is that person? Okay, well, maybe I wake up every day and I really take care of myself. Maybe I finally get things organized on the back end. Maybe I let go of X, Y, and Z. Those are the aligned actions. You don't have to have a plan. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you do have to start kind of stepping into it, showing up, taking those little steps to start to signal to the universe again, because every action we take is a signal of, okay, I'm either moving forward, I want to move forward towards my manifestation, or I'm going to stay in my comfort zone. And so you can kind of look at something you could even do when you're in situations is like, what would my most abundant self do in this moment? How would they handle this? What would they know to be true for them? Is really living from that place. That's how we start to align and manifest from that place. Okay. Any questions so far? I just threw a lot of stuff at you. How are we feeling? Okay. So just to kind of recap, and I want to give you some tangible takeaways, and Kelly, I'll share like little notes you can send out maybe with the recap or the replay as well. But really the first step is finding that clarity for yourself. Step one, clarity, getting clear on what abundance means to you and what you want more of. Write it down, create the list. Number two is start to tune into your self-talk, your mindset. And a takeaway from this is maybe creating an affirmation or two. Like you said, the voice notes that you have on your phone with the repetitive affirmations. Create that to support you and your vision. Start to shift your mindset into that abundant place. And then lastly, what is one small action that you could take today, this week, that fits in with your vision, that would get you closer to your vision of abundance? What's something you saw in the meditation that you could easily apply? Maybe it's wearing the outfit you want to wear in the vision, right? Not waiting until you book that job or whatever it is. It could be as simple as, I'm going to start really prioritizing, my mental health practice. I'm going to show up a little bit more for that. I'm going to block off my calendar for my meditation every morning. What's one small thing you can do to signal that you're ready to really take action and receive more abundance into your life? Okay. And yeah, that is pretty much all I had for tonight. I would love to do questions. We can chat through even specifically if you guys have questions about things you're manifesting. I can definitely give you guidance and steps and things to do, whatever feels good to you. Don't be shy.
Thank you. I found this really helpful. And
oh wait, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
Oh wait, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Wait, it's my music. Hold on. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Marianne, can you hear me? Okay, good. What I found interesting is that when we did the visualization in the beginning, me, and this is like a future me that I come to often whenever I am like future casting, and she's always in her kitchen. And it's like so beautiful. And what I noticed this time that was a little bit different was that she or I had this like sweetness and tenderness to me. And as you were talking, especially towards the end and getting to that last point, it's like she was so or is so effortlessly powerful. Like the sweetness and the tenderness is just like this gentleness and this feeling of like she's so unwavering in her power and her wisdom and like who she is. And it's not a question. There's not like any doubt or question. It's she's just like, this is my life and I am and like so grateful for it. And it was interesting because I think of myself as like I have to do and I have to be professional and I have to like show up and I have to like fight and do it and work really hard, and then like I can sit and bask in it later. And I think that a big takeaway for me here is like I can show up with the action step is like I can show up now as that like sweet, powerful, gentle version of me instead of waiting for her. Yeah.
And bask in it now. One of the most powerful things that I love in my life is celebrating what I want to manifest. I celebrate it now.
Yeah.
Before I even launched my like community or I launch anything, I celebrate it being filled. I like do a dance party. I take myself to dinner. Like it has happened. And that's how you get into the energy of it too. And to the belief of like, this is what I deserve. And so for you, it's like basking in whatever basking in it means to you, like maybe allowing yourself to show up messy or whatever that means. Maybe it's allowing yourself to like rest when you want to, like do it now.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. I love that idea of celebrating it now. You know, I like I'll set an intention for it, whatever it is, but I love the idea of like going to dinner to celebrate it beforehand, or I don't know, being in that
so fun
celebratory energy ahead of time. I love that.
Yeah, it really does. One, it keeps you feeling good. And two, it does allow you, like, same thing with gratitude. When you give gratitude for something that you want already, like, thank you so much for bringing me the clarity, or thank you for bringing me the dream client or the dream home. So grateful for it. It really does tap you into like, I've already had it. I already have it. And like abundance attracts abundance. Lack attracts lack. So even the way that we talk about the things that we want, like I need this, I'm desperate for this, that energy is super like lack filled. It means that you don't have it yet. And so when you shift it into being like, I deserve this, I desire this, I'm so grateful for this, it's like, oh, of course I have it. I'm abundant, it's happening. And so it's even like applying it in that way is really powerful. Yesterday was a full rest day, and when I felt bad about it, I did not let myself. I just did it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Rest. Honestly, rest is so productive. I have finally let go of feeling bad for resting because I know I'm going to be much more productive, have more energy. Like, again, what is this rest day bringing you? An abundance of energy, reflection, clarity. Look at what it's providing you. What is it abundant in? Yeah. Anything else?
I can share.
Yeah.
So I pictured myself in LA because that's where my next move is. I'm currently just living with my parents, like in a transitional season. So I pictured myself in Redondo Beach, which is where I want to move to, eating a taco. And I was like enjoying the taco. Like I was fully present, like on the beach, like taking in everything and just like enjoying like the taco, because I feel like I usually just rush through all those little details, all those necessities. I rush through it, and I don't actually like stay present, because I always, want to rush to the future of like my achievements or whatever. So I just felt like very fulfilled and enough in that moment, like just feeling like this is enough, like this present moment of eating a taco, like that girl she had all of our dreams fulfilled, but she was like, I don't need more, like this is enough where I am.
Wow, I love that. And it's just so simple, it's just like abundance is also just really being present and noticing, like in that moment, just like what you are again abundant in. For that moment was like just joy and happiness, like fulfillment with this taco. So you know what your action has to be this weekend. You got to go get some tacos.
I do want tacos.
And just reenact that for yourself. It seems silly, but those little things really do start to like shift your energy and create this signal, like this match. And I don't know where you are right now, but something else you could do if you're wanting to move to LA is just like, again, really picturing what that looks like for you with that home, apartment, visioning it up, creating a vision board or a Pinterest board. And everything is a reflection. So the more that you can kind of like create home within yourself is how you kind of start to attract that home as well. So really finding like comfort home within your situation now. I know it's hard living with your parents, but whatever you can do, that's a really powerful way to start to attract that dream place for yourself, and really writing out everything that you want. Yeah.
I love that.
That's so exciting. Anything else? Okay. Well, I'm so grateful, feeling so abundant in just energy and inspiration from sharing this with you all. And again, just really like waking up tomorrow and seeing how you can step into that vision that you have for yourself, whether it's eating a taco or allowing yourself to rest, whatever it is, like show up in that vision now and just allow yourself to see the things start to align. The more you step into it, the more abundance will come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was so great. And it was like the perfect beginning of this month. I feel like you gave us such an amazing foundation, and I'm like taking notes on the side for us to talk more about during our community circle and for the rest of the month. But this was excellent. And I know that it helped me like recalibrate my abundance mindset and my vision. So thank you. I appreciate you. This was great. Can you remind everyone, I mean, you are our star of the month. So all of your information, all of Jenny's information is in our light work for the month, full page spread on our girl. But just do you want to remind them quick on how to find you and all that?
Yeah, best place to find me is on Instagram. I am taking a break for the next few days. Yay me, never do that. Abundance in space from social media. But at jenny.addition, send me a DM, send me a message. If you watch this, if you're here tonight, I want to connect with you. And all of my offerings are in my bio, but I am doing a little special discount for this community, 20% off some of my offerings. So definitely check that out. And yeah, I'm really excited. And definitely reach out if things start to shift, if you start to manifest. I love hearing about it. So don't be shy, because I want to celebrate you and geek out over how cool it is and how magical it is. But thank you guys again for being here. And thank you, Kelly, for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. You're so welcome. And Jenny has an amazing community, similar to Rise too. And yes, if whatever comes through tonight and feels really good and that you want to share, like post it and tag Jenny or send her a message or whatever, and we'll keep her in our community and keep the conversation flowing. But thank you again, and thank you guys for being here tonight, and thank you everyone who's watching. I love you. Happy full moon and happy abundance month.
Yay!
See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.